So let's jump right in. Our first battle of the evening was our leak from Friday. And was it a leak? It was a leak and a half. It was a I gotta call the plumber leak. It wasn't I can fix it myself DIY leak. It was a we gotta call a professional plumber because we're about to have a flood in this house leak in this battle, y'all. If I'm using my analogies correctly. This was Ari and Bryson singing Made for Me. And Stephanie, I got a lot to say about this. And then y'all can start, if y'all really watch the Picture Podcast and start listening, you can start piecing together why I say what I say sometimes. But I say, you know what? My first comment, Stephanie, even before, because we heard the singing, so we had time to marinate over this all weekend. And did I marinate over it?
Oh, yes.
I said, but the B-Reel is what got me today, right? I said, Black theater kids rise up. That's the first comment that I wrote. Black theater kids or theater kids of color rise up.
Rise up.
I said, we can do it all.
Rise up.
I'm gonna get serious. Ari and Bryson, if you watch, I need you to pay close attention to me. Know that we can do it all. Act, sing, dance at any size, any shade, in excellence. And that's what we saw. Because I had no idea, zero idea. We knew about Ari, but we did not know about Bryson, right?
Know what?
That Broadway was his love. Like that's.
Oh, I knew. No, we knew he was a theater kid.
Yeah, but I didn't know that that's what he wanted to do. Because,
okay.
Because when I say we can do it all, we can do it all. And this is what we heard. Now I'm going to get technical for a second. Listen to how Bryson goes through his entire range from top to bottom, from bottom to top with no breaks. It's quite sickening, Bryson, what you can do, because there is no because there was another singer tonight that actually got saved, and we'll talk about Barry a little bit later, but where Cynthia really focused, and I'm sorry to jump around a bit, but Cynthia really focused on how to get, as a male singer, how to take it out of the falsetto, give it a little bit more chest, and it's all about placement. Bryson, it's like you are a vocal pedagogue's dream, because you have zero breaks in your voice, and it's just insane, and you just go through it. I said, you are a skilled assassin. I said, and I talked about this when I first heard this last week to Stephanie. I said, check out Ari's back phrasing in this song. The way she back phrases it. And Stephanie and I had a long conversation about this, but we can maybe talk about on the Patreon a little bit if we have time, but about what Stephanie, interpreted it as. But Stephanie, I really feel like the back phrasing was intentional, but we can have that conversation later. I said, it's just ridiculous. I said, I can't take it. It's ridiculous. I said, Ari is R&B today. She's R&B right now. She is Coco Jones, right? So Coco was a perfect coach for her, right? Because Ari, you're going to see Ari with Coco, because that's what she is, right? I said that there was a part where they said they both did a phrase, for me. Did you hear that run in the for me? I was like, so that was nuts. Ari has almost an electric tone to her voice. It sounds synthesized. That's how crazy her voice is. It's just crazy. And that phrasing, I just can't get it. I couldn't get enough of it. I want her to sing every song like that, because I feel like that's her thing, like that almost sounds like she's behind, and she is technically behind, but I think it's an intentionality in the way she is behind the beat. And it just sounds so great in that voice. But when they did that portion where they actually switched, where again, Bryson is using his crazy sick voice where you didn't know who was singing what. Shades of Tanya Blunt and Lauryn Hill when they did His Eyes on the Sparrow at the end of Sister Act 2. I'm gonna throw it back 30 years, y'all. And at the end of it, they switched parts, and you didn't know, back when you didn't know who Tanya Blunt was and Lauryn Hill was, you didn't know who switched parts. Now we do because they have very distinct voices, but it was so magical. It was so ridiculous to the ears. And that's what they did. Stephanie, that was crazy.
This is a crazy battle.
I said, it sounded like the same voice coming from the same singer, and they took turns, I said, which is just insanity on that verse. I said that run out, the way they ran out of the song, I said chef's kiss. It was just, it's like, y'all just stop it. Y'all like, please Hammer, don't hurt him. Okay.
Right.
Like, people were just hurting us with this. I heard zero musical theater tonight from Bryson. And because John had mentioned something about, he said he could sound a little musical theater-y is what I'm trying to say. But I didn't hear that. I heard an R&B singer tonight from Bryson. I said, again, that's Black theater kids magic, and that's what I'm going to call it. I said it was one of the greatest battles I've seen on The Voice since we started this podcast. And y'all know our favorite battles are. This is turning into one of my top battles of all time. It was perfection coming from two total. And I think, Stephanie, some of the best battles we talked about, the electric fields, those types of battles are two totally different voices.
Yeah.
Who it's like kismet. I said a lot. Stephanie, I know you got a lot to say about this, because Stephanie is, y'all, when we came into the podcast, like, I had to run down and get my glasses because I'm old and I can't see. But I hear Stephanie, nobody told me. The battle was fire. Stephanie, I can't wait to hear what you have to say. This is crazy.
Miss Money Long, you got to give this song up, child. This ain't yours no more. This belongs to Ari and Bryson. I've been eating up this song all weekend. Ooh. Okay. There's not much more that, not that there's not much more to say. I have a lot to say. I just don't want to repeat what you said. I thought that the emotion that Ari gave to this song was so delicious. Like, it was just sexy and vulnerable and just kind of here's what she was giving me. She was giving me modern day Mary J. Blige vibes, like a little rough around the edges, but still emotional and vulnerable. It's street. It's a little bit, like I said, it's a little bit edgier. It's rough. A little bit rougher, but
Tina Turner said almost singing rough.
Yeah. Like, it was just, but I love, that's the spark in her. That's the electricity that we hear and that we see on that stage from her. Now, for me, I do wonder whether she did have a little bit of trouble hearing. I think that her back phrasing is intentional. I just found that, for me, it was a little too behind the beat to the point where I felt like when she and Bryson were singing together, Bryson kind of pulled her kind of back into the cut. But I love that technique in the style that she sings. Ari is just a star. That's all. She's just a star. Now, okay, this is the term that I came up with for Bryson that may seem a little, doesn't coincide with him as a person, but it more coincides with his voice. I wrote down he is a no limit soldier, because there is no limit to his voice. There is no limit to what he can do vocally. And to hear, as you pointed out, the R&B male lead vocal come out of his throat, I was like, you better do that. Bryson,
Yeah,
dude, like you better give. You better give what this song, the energy, the aura that this song needed. I was just like, this, it was just flawless. All of their choices were flawless. And the thing that I was really, really impressed by was that when they sang their harmonies together, they matched their tonal quality to the point, as you pointed out, when they did when somebody was doing the nobody know me like, and the other person was in the background just hollering to the gods. When it switched and Bryson was then hollering to the gods, I was literally like, oh my God, it's him. Because it
yeah,
sounded just like Ari.
yeah.
It was brilliant. It was magical. It's on my top list of battles ever. It was
Ever.
so good. So good. So good. So good. So good. So good.
I remember when you first sent this to me, you were like, "Yeah." You were like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
wow, this is crazy.
It
This
was
is
good.
crazy."
It was good. It was good.
All right, so
So
the
good.
impossible task of who went with who. Um, you obviously like it's some Stephanie and I will watch. We just know that both are going through. Like there's not even a shadow of
Better. Better.
not even a shadow of a doubt.
Better.
But who picked two and who picked who?
So John picked Bryson as our winner. And then Ari actually got the I'ma steal you button from Adam and Kelsey. Adam and Kelsey. So she had her pick, and Ari chose to go to Team Adam.
Adam could take her all the way.
He could.
It's the perfect coaching mix.
Oh, yeah.
Not saying that Ari was good with John, but we know some of the best R&B singers have been lost because John usually gets R&B heavy.
He gonna have her singing some Wild Horses.
But yes, I hope she does. I hope.
Yes.
And I hope he duets her because then Stephanie will. I'll have to call the ambulance. I'll have to call them. They'll have to bring the paddles.
Yep.
Because Stephanie will die for a second.
Yes.
She will if
Yes.
they do Wild Horses.
Yes.
Check out Alicia Keys and Adam Levine, Wild Horses, Alicia Keys Unplugged from like 25 years ago. Check it out.
Wild Horses.
Okay, yeah. Okay. All right.